Over history, there have been a few works of literature that have taken human imagination to its peak. Dante Alighieri's The Divine Comedy, J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, to name a few. These works of art have many elements that make them great, but what really makes them stand out from the rest would be the important lessons that we could take from them and apply to our own lives. The world building in the show Avatar: The Last Airbender is a feat in and of itself. It has taken influence from many cultures, specifically Asiatic and indigenous. It's easy to build upon a world like that, or the other stories mentioned earlier, which is an attribute for an amazing work. As far as the fantasy goes in these stories, what really keeps them grounded are based on human emotion, what we would really feel and experience as people in relation with each other. It's what keeps the superhuman powers feeling human. And Avatar: The Last Airbender teaches us what we all have to go through. In the words of the guru that was teaching Aang, the water flows through a creek, much like energy flows through the body. However, life is messy, and things tend to fall in that creek. This is why we need to look after and tend to our own creeks, to be aware of our muddied chakras. Chakras distribute the energy through the body by something called channels. It controls and energizes the major and vital organs of the physical body. The state of our chakras represents our health. Chakras are also great indications for psychological functions. Not only do they represent parts of the body, but can govern mental and emotional aspects of a person. They are a reflection of a person's psychological state. If we look at the psychological qualities with each chakra, we can make a blueprint for the betterment of our well-being. Guru Patik barely touched on the insight to understanding chakras, so I hope I can fill you all in on how to help ourselves understanding our needs. We can begin with the root chakra, found at the base of our spine. Psychologically, it's associated with our ability to survive in the physical world around us. This means being well grounded and having a practical and realistic approach to life rather than floating off into space. We need to have a good understanding on how the world works. The life lesson this chakra teaches us is standing up for ourselves and realizing that we would always be supported by the consciousness because we have a right to exist. We were born. We shouldn't ever, under any circumstances, doubt that fact of life. We must let go of our fears. The next chakra would be the sacral chakra, located in the groin. It's responsible for the nourishment of the reproductive system and is linked with high creativity and capacity to generate ideas. Like a wise man once said, we wouldn't do anything if it wouldn't eventually lead to sex. Creativity is important for innovation and can help us in finding solutions to difficult problems by thinking outside the box. This sex chakra is also associated with the desire to maintain control and power over the external environment, including people and money. Having a positive influence over people is vital for effective leadership, while financial wealth allows us to make the most of our opportunities and creativity. What we can learn is that we need to let go of our need to control everything in our lives and open ourselves to surrender our beliefs in right or wrong. Making premature judgments about everything just isn't healthy. Guilt could block this chakra within us. We need to accept that we are safe and protected by consciousness at all times. We were all born to be humble, all individuals, and have no power over another human being, the same way no one has power over you. Get rid of the guilt you hold within. The Manipura chakra, found in the navel, energizes the digestive system. It's connected to our personal power, our level of self-esteem and confidence. Naturally, the more confidence we have in ourselves and our abilities, the more likely we are to succeed. Confidence enables us to easily silence the negative thoughts that show up in our lives, replacing statements like "no, I can't" with positive affirmations like "yes, I can." On a psychological level, it's associated with courage, perseverance, and the motivation to win. Willpower. Motivation and desire serve as the necessary fuel to fight on, especially when it seems like the obstacle is too much. We need to forgive and forget the past and live right now, in this very moment. Shame could very well block this chakra, so develop positive affirmations for yourself, and you wouldn't believe the changes that could be brought onto your life. Forgive yourself of past disappointments. Accept yourself for who you are. The fourth is the heart chakra, located obviously in the heart. It's naturally linked to our ability to love, to feel compassion, to be considerate, and act in kindness. It has everything to do with relationships and dealing with people on a personal and professional level. It's the center of our passion. The more passionate we are about our goals and beliefs, the more chance we have at success. We all have the ability for compassion, forgiveness, trust, and unconditional love. Even though it may not feel like it at times, we need constant reaffirming. But always remember, you are loved by your fellow people, and you are always capable of the same. Death is an illusion and a natural part of life we should accept in order to achieve happiness. The ones we love never leave us, as long as we always remember them and what they represented in our lives. Let go of sadness and your loss. I'm sure they'd be proud of you for doing so. The throat chakra, located in, you guessed it, the throat, nourishes our lungs and voice. It's a center for expressing ourselves and communication. This is central to achieving mutual understanding. It's also related to being organized and methodical, our ability to manage tasks and people in our lives. It's fundamental for success in managing complex tasks. This chakra teaches us to release comparison and jealousy, become centered. It makes us realize the truth in our lives. Only then could we escape from the lies we tell ourselves through self-reflection and meditation. Release any denial you have about yourself. Only through truth could we really become our best possible selves. The third eye chakra, located between the eyebrows, is related to our intellectual ability, our ability to think logically, comprehend concepts, and solve problems. Insight is important in our lives, to learn from our previous experiences, helping us make better decisions in the future. This chakra is associated with discipline, relied on during our most challenging obstacles in our lives. Illusion is the enemy. Just as we believe we're individuals living unique lives, we're all one collective consciousness. See your brother as you see yourself, and you will live an ultimately happier life. Remember to keep this open thought about life in general. It'll help seeing others as you see yourself. Finally, the crown chakra, which is located at the top of the head. Spiritually, it represents our connection to our soul and Creator. It is through this connection that we are able to understand our purpose in life, why we're here in the first place. Seeking connection through a higher power, a higher version of ourselves, is a key to inspiration. Only a few could really open this chakra. It's the final step to reaching enlightenment. Releasing oneself from earthly attachments is not an easy task, but if possible, consider yourself part of the lucky few. Meditation is an ancient practice, meant to experience the now and to live in the moment, becoming one with everything around you. Self-reflection and being honest with ourselves is required when attempting to open up the chakras. Honestly, it reminds me of general practices like therapy and Alcoholics Anonymous, perhaps taken from chakras originally. Ancient practices that have shown proven results in becoming the best possible versions of ourselves. I hope this information can help any single one person watching this, because I know watching this mini lesson in an incredible show like Avatar opened my eyes to the possibilities. I was just a kid, so imagine the possibilities when we accept our place in the universe as a collective consciousness and become better as a society together. Thank you, everybody. Control and power over the external environment, including people. Thinking outside the box. This sex chakra is also associated. What we could learn has power over you. Get rid of the Get rid of the guilt you hold within.